Alrighty, guys, we're ready to go. Hey, guys, it's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com, Santarelli Trading Exchange. So, as you can see here on the chart, I have pulled up AMD. We got a nice trade on AMD, Microsoft, some other trades here. We're still slightly down here in the morning. I mean, AMD's only down a penny here. We're still squeezing between that yellow 10-day simple moving average and, let me see here, still squeezing between that yellow 10-day and the red 50-day. We just turned green here for the day now on AMD. So just giving the markets a little bit of time here today. It's Monday. It's early. I'm going to be watching. Cryptos here as well. AMD, Microsoft. Microsoft's flattening out a little bit, only down about 44 cents. Looking good here. I think that's going to continue to run today. So we'll see how we open on open. Let's see Uber here quick. JP Morgan on a 6-month daily, still holding above that 10-day simple moving average. Got a minute left until opening bell, guys. So there's Uber still holding above the 10, 20, 50-day simple moving average. Let's take a look at JPM financials. JPM's up nicely here in the pre-market. Now it's just down quite a bit, so we'll have some nice gains on that. We're already up 9% on that JP Morgan trade, so let me see here. Let me get this ready to go. Columns. I hate how it always comes up with news and type. Cost basis. Let's add the average price paid. Okay, and there we go. We're set for the day there. All right, so I'm just looking at right now before opening bell here. We're going to give the markets a little bit of time. You guys know the trade we made on JP Morgan. That trade is looking beautiful there. There was the trade we made on that. Letting that continue to climb here. Going to check out crypto here quick while the markets are still on the run. Let's see. Unbelievable climb here on Dogecoin.
OMC on the comms.
38 cents. Alrighty, let's see, guys. JP Morgan's on the climb on the open here. Just opened up down about $130 on open. We're up 90 on JP Morgan. We got a 16% gain on JPM. Those calls expired June 18th. So JP Morgan's looking good. I'm going to go down the watch list here, see what else we could find on a 6-month daily chart here. Here is Amazon. Let me link this up here. We're going to go over unusual options activity today as well. Market movers. We're going to see if we could find any good movers to possibly do another swing trade on. Alrighty, there's Baidu. Here's Amazon. Amazon's finally getting another climb again. That's looking pretty good there. Baidu still flattening out. Facebook holding above that 300. Baba had that 10-20 cross, but failing to break above that 50. If it breaks above that 50, it'd be a good entry point on Baba here, Alibaba. It's really got to break above that, I would say, 242 mark before I was interested in jumping in. Alrighty, Google's taking off now. Here's another nice run here on Google. I think I might make another trade on Google. Let me log into the main account here. See, thought I had a trade on Google. Let me just look quick. Google looks ready to take off nicely here. Do I have a Google trade? No, I don't. So that's going to be the first trade I make of the day. Let's go to options here. GOOGL. Let's see when they have earnings first. Let's bring up that earnings calendar. Okay, so next week they have earnings. I'll do a play for this week going into earnings, April 23rd. 22.95 strikes going for about 25 bucks. I'll pick up 2 contracts for about 5,000. Limit. It's an open order. Let me see what the bid and the ask is. Now I put in a price point of 26 bucks. Now she's up to 28. Alrighty guys, I'm posting this in the trade room. We just entered into a Google trade. Obviously this is in the main account here, so if you have a smaller than a $10,000 account, would not be going anywhere near this trade unless you wanted to do an in-the-money vertical spread on Google for this week. But there's some calls I just picked up. Small trade, about, what, $6,000 on Google, $22.95 call. Posted that in the trade room for you guys. Going to be holding on to that. Maybe it might be a day trade. Maybe it might be an overnight trade. And just going to keep an eye on that. That is looking good. Still climbing there. We got another trade that just turned green. Microsoft trade in the Trade Challenge account just turned green. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Skyjack. Good morning, guys. Alrighty, so as you can see here, Microsoft just had a nice run. 261.07 today, 1 minute chart. That's still on the climb. Nice breakout on Microsoft. Tech looks like it's starting to take off nicely here. We got Facebook in the green, Google, Amazon in the green. Disney finally just turned green as well. Let's see if Disney can start to move.
Heavy volume now. Alpha Michael Bravo Oscar. Company.
3-month daily chart. We got that 1020 cross. We got the first candle above 1020. I mean, it's a really, you know, it's still within consolidation, but we are starting to get some of our signals here. We got the 1020 cross. We got the MACD cross. Now we're just waiting for that to break that 190. Once it breaks that 190, I'm going to be making a much larger trade on Disney here. Parks are at capacity. We went out. We went to SeaWorld. They were at capacity. We went to Aquatica. They were at capacity. Disney's at capacity. Universal was at capacity. We had to settle for Fun Spot America over the weekend, and that was... You know, I mean, they didn't care about capacity there. Most people weren't even wearing masks. But that was the busiest I've ever seen it there as well. So everything's coming back. Coca-Cola, guys, just had earnings this morning. They said their earnings and their sales were better than pre-pandemic levels. So that's got to tell you something, you know. And I can't wait to see the rest of this market continue to climb here. Let's see. Skyjack says, go Google. Let's take a look, see what she's doing here. Nice climb on Google. We'll watch for that continued breakout there. Disney's still on the climb, though, looking good. I'm waiting for that break of 190 on Disney, and it looks like she might do that this week. Let's take a look at the earnings calendar, see when Disney's having earnings here. DIS. I know they're coming up. May 13th, Disney earnings. So that's going to be that big catalyst to propel that to well above that $200. There goes Disney, 189 she's going for. Got a nice climb coming here. Nice breakout on Disney. Microsoft's doing well. In the green in the main account here for the day. Let's see what else we got moving. Disney. Google trades already at 410 bucks. Take a look at that. It's not bad for what is it? 937. What do we make that trade? I already got a $408 gain on the Disney trade. Up 7.3% on, or I'm sorry, Disney, Google. I'm looking at Disney in the background there, waiting for it to break that 189. Our Google trade, April 23rd, 22.95 call, already up 409 bucks, 7.3%. Just watching that now. We got a nice climb coming here in the rest of the market. Let's see here. Google's taking off nicely. 22.99, 2,300 on Google, 23.01 on Google. Nice breakout there. Just want to see that Disney break that 190, because when Disney does, I'm going to be adding a nice amount to that Disney trade for the July 190 call. Still on the run there, looking good. Let's get on the watch list. I'm so fixated on these movers here, but let's get on the watch list quick, see if there's anything else on the move that's looking good with that initial crossover. Amazon's looking great on a daily chart there. This is a 3-month daily. You can see that retracement back down to that 10-day. She's getting that climb. Now here's the thing. These tech stocks, they've been beaten down, so I'm expecting a continued climb going into earnings. I'm expecting a continued climb going into earnings over the next week or two. Baidu's finally starting to get a climb. She's up $4 already, up 2%. This might be a nice one to piggyback on and get something for this week's expo or next week's expo on Baidu. I like that setup on Baidu. She's climbing. She's up $4, almost up 2% for the day. It's not looking bad. Our JP Morgan trade's back in the green. Facebook's up about 42 cents. Baba retraced back down to that 10. Google's looking great there, above $2,300. And look at Disney, guys. I mean, that really looks ready for a big breakout. Disney up $2, 189.06. She's nearing that 190. 189.13 on Disney, up over 1% now for the day. Look at that breakout on Disney. A strong breakout. I've been telling you guys about this. I've been telling you it's coming. Now it looks like it's going to be the time to be adding to this trade right now. She's up over $2. She's near 190. We've been waiting for that breakout out of consolidation. We've been waiting for that 1020 cross. We've been waiting for that MACD cross. We're starting to look good on Disney. A break above 190. We're going to be targeting at least that 200 in the short term. After earnings, I think we're going to see a breakout well above $200 a share on Disney. I mean, you got to remember, they got the Disney Plus streaming services that are at record numbers right now. That's a big catalyst to move the stock higher. And we got, I'm literally telling you guys, if you want to book a trip at Disney, you got to book it out about a week to 2 weeks out for reservations. So that's the thing going on with Disney. They got record revenue coming in. Also, from what I'm hearing, is that they're giving, people who buy the tickets that day, they're giving them preference over the annual pass holders to bring in revenue for the parks there to pay for the employees. So from what I hear about that, I think Disney is going to have a blowout quarter there, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm just going to keep continuing to watch Disney climb. I'm going to be patient and disciplined. I'm going to wait for that break and close above 190. And then when I see that momentum tomorrow, if we break 190 today, I'll be jumping in more Disney, adding another 10,000 to that trade probably tomorrow if we could get that break above 190. So Disney's looking good there. Here's Netflix holding that 10, starting to get that climb. Twitter not doing too much. JP Morgan's looking good. I like JPM. We got a 10% gain on our JPM trade. Bank of America's holding up at that 20. Delta is still pulling back a little bit. It's got main support at $45, waiting for that to start to run. United Airlines retraced again as well. Southwest, same thing at that 20. Tesla at that 10. So you can see what stocks are really moving forward today. It's the bigger, stronger FANG stocks. Visa's looking good here as well. Shares only up about 8 cents now, but I like that chart setup. Intel right around 65, not doing too much yet. Facebook, I like that Google chart. Amazon chart looks great for a breakout this week. Twitter not doing too much yet. Microsoft pulled back a little bit from the highs. Salesforce looks ready to climb. Let's see. Goldman Sachs has that 1020 cross. You got resistance right around 350. if you wanted to make a quick swing trade on Goldman going to that 350. Nike, BDM, Verizon pulling back down to that 58 support. Squares on the climb from the lows. That might be a good swing trade to make a quick, 50 to 100% gain if she climbs back up to that 275. Schlumberger and the rest of the energy sector is getting a nice climb. BP's got a big break out there, 25.53. Cimarex Energy on the climb. Boeing not doing much. PayPal's climbing off that 10. If I see PayPal have a green candle tomorrow there, I'll probably make another PayPal trade. Visa's looking really good here on a daily chart at the highs of the day as well. Our JP Morgan trade's up 13% now. AMD's got a nice climb there. We'll keep an eye on AMD for a little bit. Once AMD could break that red 50-day simple moving average, I mean, she's off to the races then up to about 90. And remember, AMD has earnings on, let's see here, AMD earnings next week. So I think we're going to see a nice climb this week ahead of earnings on AMD. Tilray up 3.5%. Remember, we talked about that last week here. They have medical marijuana being passed for banking this week in the House. See what happens with that. See what else is going on here. CVX. Apple's looking pretty good too. Not a bad setup on Apple there. Let's see, let me refresh main. And our AMD trades back in the green nicely, guys. Here is what we're looking like. So there was the Google trade. Here is the AMD trade right here that we have that's expiring the soonest. April 30th expo on this AMD. We're already up 21% on it. Up $1,310. We're up $550 on it today. We got 20 contracts. We were in at 319. They're at 395 now. I'm going to let that continue to run. It's looking good. It's in the green in a down market. So just going to hold on to that AMD trade. And so far for the day, we're not looking too bad. We're up about $1,238 for the day here. Got to start consolidating some of these trades. We got quite a bit of trades open. So here's AMD. This is the Bank of America spread. This is the CCL spread. CCL call. This is Disney right here. This is the Google trade up 389. Here's JP Morgan up 210. PayPal down 562. This is the Riot vertical spread that we have. 457. This is SNDL, Sundial Growers. This is TRUL shares. And then here's Uber and Walmart down here. So overall for the day, up $1,238.47. Just going to sit back, relax, watch the market do its thing. Still on the climb here on JPM. Let's see, Apple's still climbing. Just going to watch the market here. BP now up 1.3%. Disney shares are almost at 190, guys. Take a look at DIS. I know Avilio's been waiting for that one here. Is he in the trade room today? Let's see. Let's see if I see anything. Yeah, there he is. Avilio, he's talking about Delta. What about the Disney trade? Got to give it time, just like Disney. Now it's going. It's working our way. It's following our trade plan. You got to be disciplined, Avilio. We got those June, July expos for a reason there. Once we start breaking out now again, we're going to be adding to that trade, averaging down on the price. Once we hit 200, we're going to have a nice gain there. And trust me, from now until July, easy target at 200 to 210 on Disney. Want to see it break that 190 on Disney here. She's struggling. You can see how it got right up to that 190 here. So if we could finally break that 190 on Disney, she's holding that 10-day the entire time. It's looking good here, especially if you're looking for a swing trade this week. I wouldn't mind picking up Disney. She's up almost $3 today. That is looking good. Disney trade's looking great. So, I mean, Delta doesn't look that great on a daily, but remember, we got the July Expo on Delta. Delta's starting to come off the bottom here a bit. 3-month daily chart, still holding support at 45. We got many more days than the 30 days out till Expo. If it was less than 30 days out till Expo and we're trading below that 50, we'd be out of that trade. Right now we got, let's see, July, so what is it now? April, May, June, July. We got about 90 days until Expo on this trade here. So we're definitely going to be holding on to that and looking for that continued climb here. Once we could break that 47.50, I'll be adding to the Delta trade. She's coming off the lows nicely, though. You can see that wick here. Disney is almost at that 190 mark. 9 cents away from it. 6 cents away from it. 5. 2 cents. There we go. 190. She just broke 190. Let's see if she has that big breakout. 190.04. Now, Avilio, do you see and understand how the trade plan works there? Once we broke that resistance, look at the large candle there. We're finally breaking out. We got that 1020 cross. We got the MACD cross. Now, when we get that confirmed green candle tomorrow, that's when I'm going to be averaging down and doubling down on that July trade for Disney. She's having a nice breakout. 190.28. Look at that go. Now, if you're a disciplined trader, you're going to do well. If you're not a disciplined trader, you're going to fail. If you're the type that lets emotions get to you on a daily basis, you're not going to do well as a trader. You have to have a plan and you have to follow it. And that's what we do. Disney's looking great on that daily chart there. I'm thinking if I want to add to that Disney trade and get a weekly or maybe 2 weeks out till Expo, that 200 is going to be an easy target. Don't know if it's going to happen this week or next week, but we got catalysts with earnings coming up that's going to propel us higher. So going to continue to watch that for Disney. But Disney's looking good for a short-term swing trade if you're not already in Disney. Looking at the watch list, looking at the movers. NEO's up about 3% here. Coca-Cola up 1%. Let's see what Coca-Cola is doing here on a daily chart. Look at that breakout on Coca-Cola. Remember what I told you guys. They had record earnings back to pre-pandemic levels. And that gave Coca-Cola a nice lift there off that 10-day simple moving average, breaking out. Easy $55 target this week on Coca-Cola. Nice thing about it, too, Coca-Cola Options are usually pretty darn cheap. Let's see what else we got going on here. Coca-Cola still on the climb. JPM still breaking out. Google back up above 2,300. Let's see, what's our AMD doing down here? Apple's climbing nicely. AMD is just pretty flat. Zach, congratulations on the new house. Nice job. Jerry, definitely. Every trader loses their discipline at times, you know. You guys see it on me too when I take profits a little too early, you know, and then it has that big run. Especially when you're waiting like 2 weeks for it to have that breakout momentum cycle. I enter a little early and then I sell for like a 20% gain, and then the next 3 days it takes off would be over 150%, and I'm kicking myself in the butt for it. That's part of discipline too. Tilray's getting a big climb here, guys. Tilray's up over 6% now. That's just in a big breakout momentum. Remember, they're getting that vote, so I really think that the growers here, the medical marijuana industry, is going to take off a bit once they get that vote in the House there. So, thinking about doing a little day trade, maybe an overnight trade on Tilray. It's one of the cheaper stocks people like to flock to, so it's pretty cheap. The 1850 is only going for about 94 cents there. I think I'm going to pick that up, guys, in the trade challenge account. April 23rd. Let me make sure that's... Okay, April 23rd. Pick up the 1850. Could even pick up the 19 strike there. 19 strikes, got a lot of contracts coming in, going for about 86 cents, 88 cents now. I'll pick up 10 contracts for about $880. It's not too bad there. All right, I'm in. I got the Tilray. I'm filled at 85 cents. So I got filled at 85 cents. This is a small 10 contract trade. It only cost $850. So it costs 85 cents per contract. Remember, there's 100 shares per contract, right? Let me share that with you guys. So those of you that are new with us that just joined, we picked up the 19 strike call for the April 23rd Expo. Okay, it's a call, so we think the stock's going higher. I picked up 10 contracts. They're at 85 cents. Remember that there's 100 shares per contract. So it's going to cost $85 per contract, okay? $85 per contract. I got 10 contracts, so that's a small $850 trade. You know, and if we could target 20 bucks there, if we could target, let's see what our target's going to be on that. Well, we're already up nicely on the Tilray trade. Let's take a look, see what our target's going to be and our stop. If we really continue to go there, I think we could easily target that 21. So we'll target $20, $21 a share on Tilray for this week. Look for a trade on that. We'll make a trade and see what we could do. Remember, they're voting on that this week. So that's seeing a nice little pop of about 6%. We'll keep an eye on that. It's a nice trade setup. Microsoft's starting to climb here again as well. Apple's still taking off. Bank of America's climbing.
AAPL elected therapeutics spiking here on heavy volume, $2.64.
BP's having a big day, up about 2% for the day on BP. Visa, just about at the highs of the day, up for $1, 0.42%. Amazon wants to go for that 2,500 this week. Google's hanging right around that 22.95, 22.96. Disney's still holding above 190. I love that. Love that. There goes Disney again. Tyler said he's got to go out work in the field now. He's got frost coming in the morning. Man.
PIGR of FinTech, also seeing some heavy call activity, made 20 call sweeps.
It has been hot as heck up here. We went straight from fall to summer. We really didn't have much of a winter. Best thing for me, Tyler, is when I just sit on my patio and I just sweat it off. It's like I'm in a sauna. Don't even need a gym membership. Don't need to go do some exercise, and I just sit in the sun and it just sweats. Can't beat it. Disney's still climbing here. 190.13. Yeah, it really didn't get much colder than that, Ephraim. I love how our winter lasts about 15 days. 15 days of winter in Florida, and then we're back in the spring. Let's see here. Let me look at the main account. Refresh. Disney's doing amazing for us today. Let's see. Bank of America's looking good. Waiting for that nice climb on AMD. Dow's down about 122. Nasdaq's down about 30. S&P's down about 7.
Apple spiking to the high, Apple 135.47 AAPL.
Apple spiking to new high today. Let's see, Apple up $1.24. No news out. Typical movement here, Tyler. Let's see, FedEx. I love to pick FedEx up on that dip. Look at FedEx breakdown momentum. Up to that 20 failing. Up to that 20 failing. She's in pure breakdown momentum right now. Right at that 20. And if you notice with FedEx here, she's been holding up right around that 20-day simple moving average. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Because if she gets a bounce and climbs off of that, she usually has a nice run then. So I want to keep an eye on that and see if we could get that climb off of that 20 here. So I'm going to be watching that over the next couple of days as well here on FedEx. We made some really good money on FedEx, just getting in and out really quick on it. So we'll keep an eye on FedEx. Bank of America, you know, JP Morgan, they're both great for small accounts. They're pretty cheap options.
S&P futures dropping here, 41.60, 150.
Futures dropping a bit here. Nothing crazy, no news. You see how Tilray has dips, climbs there, Kurt? That's what we're looking for here. Sometimes I do, Kurt. You know, I'm trying to instill that trade plan with you guys. I like the catalyst for Tilray. I like that climb today. If we could break that 10, I really think we could head up to that next resistance right around 21 bucks, which would lead us with over a 100% gain. Just a little pullback in the markets right now. Let's see what Uber and Tilray are doing. Tilray, 1772.
INS scorecard partners with Allen Seri Exchange to offer multi-currency prepaid card processing.
Let's see what Uber is doing. We have a June expo on Uber. She pulled back quite a bit here from those highs. The market's pulling back in general, but if you look at the daily chart, still looking good, holding that 10.
Customer India Zulu Echo Alpha.
NASDAQ's down about 70 points right now. Tilray trade we just got in is down 32% right now. So that just tells you. Now, think of this. I want you to remember this. Tilray, it's down 32% right now, right? So we got it. Let's see what our entry price was. Order status. Here's the trade we made on Tilray, right? 957-ish. 956, 957. Here's 956. We literally got in at the high of the candle right here, right? 1834. So think of this. I want you to think of this when you're following the trade plan, okay? We have this week's expo. You know, we still got 4.5 days, right? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candles that pulled back there. That's 10 minutes, okay? So if in 10 minutes it pulled back from, let's say, 1835 down to 1770, don't you think that within 20 minutes it could climb back up there? You know, especially once they start talking about that catalyst with the banking again. So I'm not worried about that one bit. You have normal dips throughout the day. Those of you that are new to trading, if stocks just went up like this every day here, you know, there'd be no need for wealth management. There'd be no need for traders, anything. If we just kept going like that all day, it wouldn't be trading. It'd be just called winning. Okay, so we're trading. We're following a trade plan. That's really important to remember about that. I'm trying to show you guys that trade plan and teach you guys how to buy the dips and look for those targets. And Tilray's got some news coming for it this week. I think it's going to continue to propel it higher. Just like Disney. I remember the past 2 weeks with Disney. Everyone was so worried about Disney. You know, and take a look at Disney. She reached and broke 190 today. 3-month daily chart, 6-month daily. She's got a nice climb coming, slow, steady climb. And it's got the catalyst earnings coming up. And we got big earnings this week coming up as well. That's going to continue to propel the markets higher. Right now, we're pulling back a little bit on the day here, so just waiting to buy the dip here. Might get a rally in the afternoon. There's no news out really that I'm seeing that should cause a pullback. Let me see what crypto's doing. Dogecoin at about 37.5 cents. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP's on the climb. Litecoin. Little climb on crypto today, not too much. Disney pulled back about $1, $2.20 from the highs here. Dow's down about 165, Nasdaq's down 104. Johnny, if you're watching here, AMD, we're looking for it to break that 50-day simple moving average. Once we could break that, we could add to an AMD trade. AMD, I want to target about 90 bucks after earnings. So I have the April 30th expo, I believe. Let me see. Where is it? AMD. AMD April 30th, 8150 strike call. That's what we're in here. JPM pulled back a little. Everything pulled back a little bit from the highs. General market pulled back. That JP Morgan trades for the June 18th expo. So our target's going to be from 160 to 165 on that JPM trade there.
OBLN, Obalon Therapeutics, share spiking here on a spike in volume. Skip Bravo Lima November, OBLN. Not seeing any news as of yet. OBLN hitting $2.70, 10%.
Let's go down the watch. Let's see what the watch list is doing here. So here's Amazon 6-month daily, pulled back from the highs a bit. Here is Baidu, pulled back from the highs a little bit there. Facebook continuing to break down after being up nicely this morning. Broad-based pullback here in the market. Baba at that 10. Google retrace, still holding 2250 support. Disney still in the green. Pulled back from that 190. Still in the right direction it's going. Netflix, right around that 10-day, not doing too much. Twitter continuing to pull back there at that 50 now. JP Morgan still in consolidation, still holding above that 150 support. Bank of America is looking good, holding that 20-day, squeezing between that 10-20. Delta picked up off the lows, only down 42 cents for the day, holding well above that 45 support.
Digital Ally shares popping to the high of $1.83.
United Airlines almost in the green for the day. Southwest down about 0.7%.
Police officer charged with killing George Floyd set to make their closing arguments.
That's going to be a big event too once we get the verdict out of that George Floyd hearing.
About 10.5%. Delta Golf in the Yankee.
AIG. Amgen's looking ready for another breakout. I like that chart there, and I like that candle. Caterpillar not doing too much. Visa still in the green. Intel pulled back from the highs. So did Facebook there. Google, 22.77. Verizon had a nice climb off those lows. I remember when we were looking at that before, it was right at that, what was it at here? I think it was right at that 20, right? Right at that 1020, right around 58. Just getting a nice little climb off those lows there. Not too bad. So when I'm going through my watch list, what I'm also thinking about here are what sectors are green, what's lagging, and what's really taking off there. That way we could kind of see if there's any type of sector rotation or anything we could take advantage of. And right now, I'm really not seeing any sector rotation.
Cuba's Communist Party elects President Miguel Diaz-Canel to succeed Raul Castro as party first secretary. That from state media.
There you go. Cuba's got a new president there. That was breaking news. But like what I was saying here is I'm not seeing any type of sector rotation. I'm just seeing a broad-based pullback here on the markets. NASDAQ's down about 123. Dow's down about 150 here for the day. So I think you're just seeing a little bit of profit taking going into earnings. I think that's fine.
Also moving here on some volume now along with Digital Ally.
And we're just going to continue to watch the markets today. That Tilray trade's only down now 25%. So she's slowly coming back there, Kurt. And I expect that to run over the next few days here. PayPal's holding at that 10. If I see a green candle on PayPal, I'm going to be jumping all over that. We had that retracement period. Now we got earnings coming up, so that should be the next catalyst to push us higher. There you go. Cuba's Communist Party elects President Miguel Diaz-Canel to succeed Raul Castro as party's first secretary.
Deputy NSA director says, while this will not be the last major incident, the
Tilray's taking off. We're only down 19% on Tilray now.
The priority and focus that the administration places on cybersecurity and an improving incident response for both U.S. government and private sector. That's SWI, and MSFT.
MSFT. Let's see. Let's continue to go down here. BP. Tilray holding that 50. See if she continues to do that. You know what's crazy is Johnson & Johnson's taking off today. Look at the climb on J&J. Well, they said that they're going to be getting the vaccine back this week. Approval to be administered this week again. So that's probably why you're seeing it. But if you watch the news, all these nurses and pharmacies are saying that people are calling to ask what kind of vaccine they're given. And when they say the Johnson & Johnson, they're all canceling their appointments. You know, so that was on NBC Nightly News and a few others, ABC News as well. So, see what that does there. Waiting, watching JP Morgan continue to climb. Slow start to the morning. Not down too much, which is nice, especially with the Dow down 130, NASDAQ down about 112. Not down much, down about $400 for the day. Let me look at FinViz here, see if there's anything moving on that watch list. Let's see. Biggest changers. Here's the biggest changers for the day. I love how on this page here I could just go down and take a quick glance at that chart, see if there's anything I like with some good targets there. Most of these are cheap penny stocks, but MRLN, that looks nice, back up to about 17, 18 bucks. Oh, she's at 22.32 now. Big breakouts on a lot of these. KNL 22.82. There's Sundial Growers up about 10% there.
BTSI, Virtua getting a pop here, $5.12 on volume. Victor Tango Romeo Alpha.
Let's see what else is moving here. VZ still getting a climb on Verizon. JPM wants to take off here. Tilray and Uber are really the only ones that are really bringing me down. Down about 330 on Tilray right now and down 160 on Uber. If it wasn't for those two, the TC account would be in the green. Disney getting a climb again. Nice climb on Disney. There comes that 1020 cross after that BDM cycle. See if the general market follows with it. Love that 3-month daily chart though on Disney. I think that's going to be a big gainer for us over the next 2 weeks. Keep an eye on that. Let's see, LMT, Lockheed Martin earnings review. PNC Bank, Argus Research maintains buy on PNC Financial Services, raises price target to 203. Let's see what PNC is at. They raised the price target at 203. Wow, she's at 179.93 right now. That's been in consolidation for a hell of a long time there, since February. Look at that consolidation area, just between 180, 175-ish. That's tight consolidation there. There we go. JP Morgan trades in the green. PBR trade just turned green for the day. PBR still holding above that $8. Let's see. Sergi says, good morning, Dave. What are your thoughts on CCL 1 to 2 months out? Let's take a look at CCL. Okay, so first off, we have to ask ourselves, what's it doing with the trade plan? All right, so we got a couple of things here going on. So let me show you and analyze this with you. Number one, we have some major resistance right at around $30, right? So this is our resistance area. So we got resistance. It's been holding that red 50-day simple moving average. Okay, so it's been holding support. Now the MACD is still in BDM, but we're holding above that red 50-day. So for me, I think over the next month or two, what is it now, April, May, I think we're going to break $30 come June and July. I think we're going to have a nice breakout above $30 May to June. So right now, you're just watching this. If she starts to break out and you see that slow, steady climb back up to that 30, obviously at that support here is when you're going to want to add. Now, if you don't have a trade on CCL yet, now is a nice time to pick up that June Expo. Let's take a look what that June Expo is going for right now on CCL.
BOSS costs getting a pop here. Kilo Oscar Sandy.
Costco's getting a run. Justin Cacciatore says, what do you think of MLCO? I'll take a look at that in a sec. So let's take a look here. If you're looking at that June 18th Expo on CCL, you're already seeing a 27.50 strikes going for about $2.30. So you needed it at about 30 to just to break even.
Recommends not requiring proof of vaccination as a condition of international travel.
Not requiring proof of vaccination for international travel, says who? And who's funding who? All right, so let's see here. CCL has earnings coming up. They already had earnings on the 7th, but I want to take a look at what's going to be coming up. July 8th is going to be their next earnings report here. So I'd love to go into the July monthly expo just to have that little extra there. And guess what? Look at the difference between prices. So June 18th, there's no earnings coming up. And that 27.50 strikes going for 233. If you pick up that July 27.50, it's 50 cents more, but you got earnings built into it. And you also got the reopening, you got summer, and the cruises are going to be traveling the end of May and June. So that July Expo right now on CCL is a nice trade. And you know what? I'm thinking about even picking some up right here for the July Expo for the Trade Challenge account here. I might pick up 5 of them right now just to have going into the July Expo. Let's see, what do I got going on there? CCL is looking good for that breakout. Let me see any news on CCL first before we enter. CCL. Just reading some news on CCL now, because that really does look like a nice setup to jump in now for that July 16th expo. Let's see, just reading.
CMMB halted on a circuit breaker, Charlie Michael Bravo. 3271.
It's definitely not a bad setup there. Our PBR trade's up $100 for the day. Let's see what else is moving here.
WHO
That's not bad there, Sergi. What were you thinking? You gonna jump in there?
Reduce virus spread, persistent inequity, and global vaccine.
Even if I wanted to pick up something for this week's expo, the 2750 is dirt cheap there. That PBR is really taking off there. Man, I'd love to pick up this CCL for this week's expo here as a little day trade, swing trade. Might do something with it here. The 27 strike is really cheap. All right, so that's what I'd be looking at there is the 27 or the 2750 strike for this week's Expo, Sergi, or if you wanted a safer trade, go with that July Expo. That July Expo's got another earnings built into it. It's holding at the support here, so it looks like a nice entry on that CCL for that longer-term Expo for July. I'd be looking at that 2750 strike. JP Morgan just turned green again, waiting for Tilray and Uber to start to climb. That PBR trade, guys, take a look at PBR here. Got a trade on PBR. It's looking pretty good. Look at that daily chart on PBR. Big climb. It held that support at $8. This is why it's so important that we go over those support areas. Held support since March 11th at $8. Now, if we could get that break above that red 50 here, we're going to have that other further breakout, possibly up to about $9. So I'm watching that because options on this are absolutely dirt cheap. New Delhi, India starts lockdown again as COVID cases surge. PBR is still on the climb nicely. I like that
AMBO
breakout on
info
PBR.
education shares ticking right near the highs of the day now. At the highs, 298 now. AMBO up 60%. Alpha Michael Bravo Oscar.
PBR is still breaking out higher here. Looking good. JP Morgan just turned green. Getting a little climb on the NASDAQ from the lows here, so looking good. Hopefully we'll see a continued climb here going into the afternoon. Disney's back at 188.50. I like that chart on Disney, especially that daily chart. Getting ready for that break above that 190. Let's see, Netflix, Google's back in the green, 22.90. You know, remember that was just down. I mean, I had a $6,000 trade on this trade that I got, you know, I don't know where I got it at, somewhere up in here. Had a nice gain on that of about $600 at the highs, pulled back. During this pullback here, guess what? I was down about $700 on that Google trade. Now, I'm almost back flirting with green here. So it's really important to understand you're going to have those cycle changes throughout the day here. You know, if we're day trading, then obviously we care about that. If we're swing trading, you know, all we're worried about is that daily chart here. How does that daily chart look? We're in breakout momentum, still on the climb. So intraday volatility is absolutely normal. PBR. 3-month daily. Look at the size of that candle today. Up 3%, up 23 cents. Today, 1 minute chart, still breaking higher. Nice breakout on PBR there. We're up $150 on our PBR trade today. Now, that trade was another one. It's a long time out till Expo, over a month. And guess what? You know, we were down over 70% on that PBR trade. We're down 28% on it now. And we still got a month to go. So now, like I said, if we could break above that resistance right at around, you know, I'd say 850. I've been telling you 850 the entire time here. And once we could break above that 850, we could average down, add to it. And then once we could get up to that 9, we're going to have some really nice profits on there. But I love today's candles on PBR. Waiting for that continued breakout there. And remember, if you're following PBR, this is Petrobras. This is this is the largest Brazilian gas station throughout the country. So, you know, if you're in this stock, I wouldn't mind looking at, hey, the Brazilian economy, what's going on there? How's restrictions? How's COVID cases? Are businesses picking up? Are they opening up like they are in the United States? So each one of these trades, you know, you should look and take a quick, 15 minutes a day and see what's going on with that stock, the sector it's in, where it's at, especially if it's in an emerging market or an international market. Take a look at it, see what's going on, see what's propelling that higher or lower, and then make a decision if you want to either add to the trade, get out, or enter. But that's looking good. And as far as YouTube goes, we're going to shut this off on YouTube now and stay live with our Zoom members for a bit. So if you guys want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com. If you go to breakingchartalerts.com and you see our homepage here, you guys could see we just added some new videos to the homepage here. You guys could check these out, learn to trade options, the option trade alerts in our community. That way you could get a good feel for what we offer, what we do. Just watch those short videos there. If you want to join, go to membership pricing plans. Go down here and you guys could click. Let's see, Ephraim, what's the new Elite Pro Trader promo code we have going on for April? Knew there was something going on. Let me see. Let's see if you post. I'm not in the trade room, so post that on Zoom for me so I can see if you know that code.
Team MB, Chemomap Therapeutics, still halted at 30.
I think it's promo code RALLY. Yep, there we go. Promo code RALLY. Promo code RALLY will save you 15% off the Elite Pro Trader membership. So instead of being $2,500 a year, and instead of paying $3,000 for the Pro Trader, brings you down to $2,125. So you'll be saving $875 on the year by signing up for the Elite Pro Trader. You get the morning, afternoon trading classes, text alerts, app alert, and everything else that comes with it there. So if you guys join us, make sure if you're a new trader, you go to the option trading classes. Start from the beginner. Go to from beginner. We got about 6 videos there. Then go to the intermediate, and then go to the advanced. We go everything over. What are calls? What are calls? What are puts? How to manage your trades, position sizing, and how to be disciplined. A lot of lessons there. MACD, RSI, everything you need to know. All right here in the education suite. All the trades, if you guys need. Go to the trade alerts and you'll see all of our trade alerts posted right here. If you want to click on one, you could click on one, check it out, and it's going to give you our targets, our stops, and everything, the catalyst, what we're looking for. And if you want to leave a message, you guys can leave a message down here. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for YouTube. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in the trade room. If you have any questions, go down here to Messenger, click there, shoot us a message. We'd be happy to get back to you, and hope everyone has a great week here. Alrighty, take care, guys, and I will see you hopefully in the trade room. See you guys.